Mr. Keel.
Eating don't get you anywhere, boy. Tell my daughter I've gone home.
All right.
You're not going, are you?
Oh, I've got all kinds of business to tend to.
Oh, you're just going to sit alone in your room and you know it. Stay. Mr. Billing is here and Mr. Hofstad is coming. It'll be interesting for you.
I've got all kinds of business. Besides, the only reason I came by was the butcher told me he bought a roast beef today, and it was very tasty, dear.
Why don't you wait for Tom? He only went for a little walk.
Do you think he'd mind if I filled my pipe?
I'll help yourself.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And why don't you take some apples, too? You should always have fruit in your room.
Oh, no, I wouldn't think of that.
Why don't you move in with us, Father? I often wonder if you're eating.
I'm eating? All right, I'll see you later. Bye, Catherine. See you soon.
Okay. I wish you'd stay. Mr. Hofstad will be here very soon.
Well, Catherine, I know, but you see, I have all this business that I'm going to have to tend to. It's just impossible. I cannot get off.
I
But
don't
you tell
believe
Thomas
you.
when you see him
All right.
that I will be back, okay?
All right.
It's always good to see you, darling. And once again, bye-bye.
Oh, Peter.
Good evening, Catherine. How are you this evening?
I'm good, thank you. Oh, Peter, this is Mr. Billing. He just stopped by.
Yeah, that's...
May I take your coat?
Yeah, yes, please.
Thank you.
Yes.
Wouldn't you like to have some supper this evening?
No, thanks. I can't eat this late. Hot food, you know. I'll stick with my tea and toast. Much healthier and more economical.
You make it sound as though Tom and I threw money out the window.
Not you, Catherine. He wouldn't be in, would he?
He just went for a little walk with the boys.
Huh. You don't think that's dangerous? Right after dinner? That sounds like my brother now.
Tom, he hasn't knocked on the door in 10 years. Mr. Hofstad, come in, please.
Sorry I'm late. I was held up at the printing shop. Oh, good evening, Your Honor.
Hofstadt, on business, no doubt.
Partly, it's for an article for the paper.
I didn't doubt it. Understand my brother's become a very prolific contributor to, what's it called? People's Daily Liberator or something like that?
People's Daily Messenger, sir. And the doctor sometimes honors the messenger when he wants to uncover the real truth of some subject.
The truth. Oh, yes, I see.
Well, Mr. Hofstad, would you like to have some supper?
Oh, no,
We have-
thank you. Thanks.
I don't want you to think I blame the doctor for using your columns. Every performer goes for the audience that applauds him the most, eh? And I don't blame your paper either. I have nothing against it.
No. I really didn't think so, Your Honor.
As a matter of fact, I rather admire the spirit of tolerance in our town. I think it's magnificent. Just don't forget, we have it because we all believe in the same thing.
Yeah.
It keeps us together.
Kirsten Springs, you mean?
The springs, Mr. Hofstadt. Our wonderful springs. Yes, indeed. It's changed the soul of this town. Mark my words. Kirsten Springs is going to put us on the map.
That's what Tom says, too.
Oh, yes. Everything's shooting ahead. Business is booming. Real estate going up. Money changing hands every hour.
And no more unemployment.
Right, right. Just give us one good summer. Sick people will be coming here in carloads. Will become the regular fad, a new Carlsbad. And for once, the well-to-do will not be the only people paying taxes in this town.
I hear reservations are really coming in.
Oh, coming in every day. Very promising. Very promising.
That's fine. Then the doctor's article will come in handy.
He's written something again?
Oh, no, it's just a piece he wrote over the winter recommending the water, but at the time I let the article lie and...
Some hitch in it, or...
Oh, no, not at all. I just felt it would have a bigger effect in the spring when people were planning for the summer.
That's smart, Mr. Hofstadt. Very smart.
Tom is always so full of ideas about the springs. Every day he comes up with some new plan and wants to
He
move
should.
ahead.
He should. He gets his salary from the springs, my dear.
Well, I think it's more than that, don't you? Dr. Stockman created Kirsten Springs.
You don't say. Yes. I thought I did have some modest part in it.
Well, Tom always says.
I simply meant that the original idea was Dr.
My
Stockman's.
brother is never at a loss for ideas. All sorts of ideas. But when it comes to putting an idea into action, you need a different sort of man. And I thought at least people in this house...
Oh, Peter, dear,
would be
we
able to-
didn't mean to. Go and grab yourself a bite, Mr. Hofstad. My husband will be here any minute.
Yeah, maybe just a little something, thank you.
It's remarkable. Why is it a man without background can never learn tact?
Don't upset yourself, Peter. Why can't you and Thomas share the honors like good brothers?
The trouble is, some men aren't interested in sharing, my dear.
Nonsense. You've always gone along beautifully with Tom. Must be his now.
Boys,
Whoa!
hungry all over again. Here's a hanger for you.
No, I don't need it.
Oh, that's right. Catherine, we have another guest for dinner.
Oh!
Good to see you.
Captain, I would like to show you this roast.
Tom, dear.
Oh, well, this is really nice.
Well, I can only stay for a minute.
Oh, nonsense. Not with a toddy on the table. You haven't forgotten the toddy, have you, Catherine?
Of course not. I got the water boiling.
Toddy, too?
Sure. Relax. Make yourself at home.
No, I don't really go in for drinking parties.
Oh, well, this is no party.
Oh, what would you call it? It's remarkable. It's extraordinary how you people can consume so much food and live.
Why? What's finer than to watch young people eat? Those are the fellows, Peter, who are going to stir up the whole future.
You don't say. What's there to stir up?
Oh, don't worry. They'll let us know when the time comes. Old idiots like you and me are going to be left out.
Never been called that before.
Oh, Peter, don't jump on me every minute now. You know your trouble? Your impressions are blunted. You should sit out there in the crooked corner of the north for 5 years like I did, and then come back here. It's like watching the first 7 days of creation.
Here?
Things to work and fight for. Without that, Peter, you're dead. Catherine, are you sure the mailman came today?
There wasn't any mail today.
And another thing, Peter. A good income. That's something you learn to value after you've lived on a starvation diet.
When did you starve?
Oh, damn near. It was cold and rough up there a lot of the time in the north. But now, to be able to live like a prince, tonight for instance, we had a roast beef for dinner. And by God, there's enough left for supper too. Please, have a piece.
No.
Well, at least let me show it to you. We have a new tablecloth.
I saw it.
Yes. Live to the hilt. That's my motto. Anyway, Catherine says I'm earning almost as much as we spend.
Well, you're improving.
Well, why can't I give myself the pleasure of having young, interesting people around me? You watch, when Hofstad comes in, oh, we'll talk and...
That reminds me, he said something about an article.
An article?
Yes, something you wrote in the winter about the springs.
Oh. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't want that article printed right now.
No? What? Sounded very timely to me.
Well, under normal conditions, it may be so.
What's abnormal about conditions now?
Well, I can't say at the moment, Peter, at least not tonight, but it could be that a great deal is abnormal about the conditions, and then again, there may be nothing at all.
Well, you've managed to sound mysterious. Something wrong, Thomas? Something you're hiding from me? Because I wish you would remind yourself once in a while that I am chairman of the board of the Springs as well as mayor.
Well, I'd like you to remember that, Peter. But look, let's not get into each other's hair.
God, no, I don't make a habit of getting into people's hair. But I would like to underline that everything concerning Kirsten Springs must be treated in a business-like manner, through the proper channels and dealt with by the legally constituted authorities. I can't have anything going on behind my back, a roundabout way.
When did I ever go behind your back, Peter?
Thomas, you have an ingrained tendency to go your own way. And that simply cannot go on in a well-organized society. The individual really must subordinate himself to the overall, well, you know, more properly, the legally constituted authorities to deal with it.
Well, that's probably so, but what the hell does that have to do with me?
My dear Thomas, that's something you will never learn. But I am warning you, you'd better watch out because someday you may have to pay dearly for that. There, I've said it. Now, goodbye.
Are you out of your mind? You are absolutely on the wrong track.
I am usually not. Anyway, if I may be excused. Goodbye, Catherine. Good evening, gentlemen.
He left?
Yes, he did. And thoroughly burned up, too.
What did you do to him now?
What does he want from me? He can't expect me to give him an accounting of every move I make, every thought I think, until I'm ready to do it.
Why? What should you give him an accounting of?
Just let me worry about that, Catherine. It's peculiar that the mailman didn't come today.
Oh, after a meal like that, by God, I feel like a new man. This house is so...
The mayor certainly wasn't in a glowing mood tonight.
Well, it's his stomach. He has a lousy digestion.
Well, I think 2 editors from the People's Daily Messenger didn't help either.
No. It's just that Peter's a lonely man, the poor fellow. And all he knows is official business and duties. And then there's all that damn weak tea that he pours into himself. May we have the toddy, Catherine?
I'm just getting it.
Captain Horster, please, sit down here on the couch with me. A rare guest like you, please. And friends, sit down, please.
This used to be such an ugly house. Suddenly it's beautiful.
Great man.
Here you are. Help yourselves.
Oh, we sure will. Thank you. Oh, the cigars. Elif, you know where the box is. And Morton, would you get my pipe, please? I have a sneaking suspicion that Elif is snitching cigars once in a while. But I don't pay any attention. Ah, yes. Captain? Oh, who are you?
Oh,
Gentlemen. Mr. Billy.
Thank you, Doctor.
Catherine, do you know where I... Oh, here he is. Thank you. Help yourselves, fellas. I'll stick to my pipe. This one's been through many a blizzard with me up in the north. Skull.
Skull.
Home. What an invention, eh?
Will you be sailing soon, Captain Horster?
I expect to be ready next week.
And then to America, Captain?
Yes, that's the plan.
Oh, then you won't be home for the new election.
Is there going to be another election?
Don't you know?
Oh, I don't get mixed up in those affairs.
But you are interested in public affairs.
Frankly, I don't understand a thing about it.
Neither do I, Captain. Maybe that's why I'm always so glad to see you.
Just the same, you ought to vote, Captain.
Even if I don't understand a thing about it.
Understand? What is there to understand? Society, Captain, is like a ship. Every man must do something to help navigate the ship.
That may be all right on shore, but on board a ship, it doesn't work out so well.
Hello.
Oh, well, good evening, Petra.
Well, here you are, all laying out about like lizards while I'm out slaving.
Well, you can come and be a lizard too. I look at her and I say to myself, how did I do it?
Great young woman.
Yes, she is.
Shall I mix a toddy for you?
Thank you. I think I better do it myself. You always mix it too strong. Oh, Father, I forgot. I have a letter for you.
Oh, really? Who's it from?
I met the mailman on the way to school this morning. He gave me your mail, too, and I just didn't have time to run back.
Oh, and you didn't bring it to me until now?
I really didn't have time to run back, Father.
If she didn't have time.
Well, let's see it. Come here, child. Ah, yes, indeed.
Is that the one you've been waiting for?
I'll be right back. There wouldn't be a light on in my room, would there?
The lamp is on the desk, burning away.
Ah, please excuse me.
What was that all about, Mother?
I don't know. For the last couple of days, he's been asking again and again about the mailman.
Must be an out-of-town patient of his.
Poor Father. He's got much too much to do. This ought to taste good.
So whatever happened to that English novel you were going to translate for us?
I started to, but I got so busy.
Have you been teaching evening school again?
2 hours a night.
Plus to high school every day?
Yes, 5 hours a day, and every night a pile of lessons to correct.
She never stops going.
Well, maybe that's why I always think of her as breathless and, well, breathless.
Well, I love it. I get so wonderfully tired.
She looks tired.
You must be a wicked woman, Petra.
Oh, wicked.
You work so much. My teacher says work is a punishment for our sins.
And you believe that, Morton?
Elif. Of course he believes his teacher.
Don't stop him.
Don't you like to work, Morton?
Work? No.
Then what will you ever amount to in this world?
I'm going to be a Viking.
You can't. You'd have to be a heathen.
So I'll be a heathen.
I think it's getting late, boys.
I agree with you, Morton.
You certainly don't, Mr. Billing.
Yes, by God, I do. I'm a real heathen, and I'm proud of it. You'll see. Pretty soon, we're all going to be heathens.
And then we can do anything we want.
Right. You see, Morton?
Don't you boys have some homework for tomorrow? Better go and do it.
But can we stay out here a little while longer?
No, neither of you. Now run along.
Okay.
Good night, Edith.
Good night.
Good night. But I don't have any homework.
You don't think it really hurts him to listen to that kind of talk, do you?
I don't know. And I don't like it. Tom!
Boys, there's going to be news in this town.
What kind of news?
Really?
A terrific discovery, Catherine,
That you made?
that I made. Now let those baboons who run this town call me a lunatic. Now they'd better watch out. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
Well, what is it, Father?
Oh, if only Peter were here. Now you'll see how human beings can walk around and make judgments like blind rats.
But what in the world's happened, Doctor?
It's the general opinion, isn't it, that our town is a sound and healthy spot?
Well, yes, of course.
What happened?
Even a rather unusually healthy spot? Well, a place to be recommended, not only to all people, but to sick people.
Tom, what are...
And we have recommended it. I myself have written about it in the People's Messenger and in pamphlets.
Yes, but what are you saying, Doctor?
The miraculous springs that cost such a fortune to build,
Yes.
the whole health institute is a pest hole.
That's unbelievable.
Springs?
You know that filth up in Windmill Valley? That stuff that has such a stinking smell? Well, it comes down from the tannery up there. And that same damn poisonous mess goes right out into the beautiful, blessed, miraculous waters that we're supposed to cure people with.
You mean actually where our beaches are?
Exactly.
How can you be so sure about this, Doctor?
Well, I had a suspicion a long time ago, but then there were too many sick cases among the visitors last year. Typhoid and gastric disturbances.
That did happen. I remember Mrs. Svensson sneeze.
That's
Yes.
right. At the time, we thought that the visitors brought the bug. But later in the winter, I had a new idea, and I decided to investigate the water.
So that's what you've been working on.
That's right. And I sent a sample of the waters to the University at Oslo for an exact chemical analysis.
And that's what you've received?
This is it. This proves the existence of infectious bacterial matter in the water.
Thank God you discovered it in time.
Well, I think we can say that, Catherine.
Isn't it wonderful?
And what do you intend to do now, Doctor?
Well, set the thing right, of course.
Are you so sure it's going to be as easy as all that?
Well, if not, the whole institute is useless. But there's nothing to worry about. I'm very clear on what needs to be done.
But Tom, why did you keep it so secret?
Well, what did you want me to do? Go and shoot my mouth off before I really knew? No thanks, I'm not that crazy. You don't realize what this means, Catherine. The whole water system has got to be changed.
The whole water system?
The whole water system. The intake is too low. It's got to be raised to a much higher spot. The whole construction has got to be ripped out.
Well, Father, at least now you can prove that they should have listened to you.
Ah, she remembers.
That's right, you did warn them.
I did warn them. Of course I did. When they first started building the damn thing, I told them not to build it down there. But who am I, a mere scientist, to tell politicians where to build a health institute? Now they're going to get at both barrels.
This is tremendous. He's a great man.
It's bigger than tremendous. Wait till they see this. Petra, my report is on my desk. And envelopes. Catherine. Thank you. Gentlemen, this final proof from the university and my report. 5 solid, explosive pages.
Is that big enough?
Ah, perfect. Right to the board of directors. Give this to our maid. What's her name again?
Randine, dear, Randine.
Tell Randine to wipe her nose and run right over to the mayor's office. What's the matter?
I don't know.
What's Uncle Peter going to say about this?
That's what I'm wondering.
Well, what can he say? You ought to be damn glad that such an important fact was brought out before there was an epidemic. Hurry, dear.
Doctor, I'd like to put a brief item about this discovery in the People's Messenger.
Oh, I'd be grateful for it. Thank you.
Well, because the people ought to know soon.
Well, right away.
By God, you'll be a leading man in this town.
Oh, there was nothing to it. Every detective gets a lucky break once in his life. Just the
Hofstad,
same, I wonder...
don't you think the town ought to pay Dr. Stockman some tribute?
No.
Yeah, let's all put in...
All right, I'll talk to Azikson about it.
Okay.
Now, listen, fellas, no fooling around. I won't put up with any commotion. Even if the board of directors wants to give me an increase, I won't take it. I just won't take it. Catherine?
That's right, Tom.
School, Father.
Skull, Doctor. Doctor, I hope this will bring you great honor and pleasure.
Thanks, friends, thanks. There is one blessing above all others. To have earned the respect of one's neighbors is Catherine, I'm going to dance.
Ah!
Are you there, Tom?
Just got in. What's up?
From Peter. This just came.
Oh, let's see. I am returning here with the report you submitted and
What else does it say? Don't stand there.
just that he'll be coming around later this afternoon.
Oh, well, maybe you ought to try to remember to be home then.
Oh, I sure will. I'm finished with my morning rounds anyway.
I'm dying to see how he's going to take it.
Well, is there any doubt? He'll probably make it look like he's the one who came up with the discovery.
But aren't you a little bit afraid of that?
Oh, underneath it all, he'll be happy, Catherine. It's just that Peter's, it bothers him when somebody tries to do something good for this town.
I wish that you would go out of your way to share the honors with him. Can't we say that he put you on the right track or something?
Well, I don't mind as long as it makes everybody happy.
Is it really true?
Father, come in.
Good morning.
It better be true or I'm going.
What had better be true?
Oh, this crazy story about the water system. Is it true?
Of course it's true.
How did you find out about it?
Well, Petra came flying by on her way to school this morning.
Oh, she did.
Yes, I thought she was trying to make a fool out of me.
Oh, Father, why would she do that?
Nothing young people like to do more than to make fools out of us old people. So it is true,
Oh,
eh?
of course it's true. Please, sit down.
Oh, thank you.
And it's lucky for the town, too.
Lucky for the town.
Well, I mean that I made the discovery before it was too late.
Thomas, I never thought you had the imagination to pull your own brother's leg like this.
Pull his leg.
But Father, he's
Yeah,
not...
see, how does it go now? Let me get this straight. There's some kind of like cockroaches in the water pipes?
No, not cockroaches.
Well, some kind of little animals.
Bacteria, Father.
Yes, but a whole mess of them, eh?
Well, there would be millions and millions, of course.
And you're the only one that can see them, is that it?
Well, anyone with a microscope could. What are you laughing about?
Father, you don't understand about bacteria. No one can actually see them, but that doesn't mean they're not there.
Good girl, you stick by him. By God, this is the best thing I've heard in my whole life.
What do you mean?
Tell me, do you think you can get your own brother to actually believe this?
Well, we'll see soon enough.
Do you really think he's that crazy?
Well, I would hope the whole town would be that crazy, Morton.
Yeah, they probably are. It'll serve them right, too. Huh. They think they're so much smarter than us old-timers. That good brother of yours had them bounce me off the council, ran me out like a dog. Make jackasses out of them, Stockman.
Oh, Morton, now.
Long-eared, short-tailed jackasses. Stockman, if you can get the mayor and his elegant friends to grab at this bait, I will give a couple 100 crowns to charity. Right now, right on the spot.
That would be very kind of you.
Of course, I really haven't got that much to fool with, but if you can pull the rug out from under them with this cockroach business, I will give 50 crowns to charity. Maybe that will teach them to put some brains back into City Hall.
Good morning.
Oh, come in.
Oh, pardon me.
This one is in on it too?
What's that, sir?
Of course he's in on it.
Oh, I might have guessed. And it's going to be in the paper too, I suppose? Well, you're certainly tying down all the corners, aren't you? Well, lay it on thick. I've got to go.
No, stay a while. Let me explain it to you.
No, don't worry. I've got it. Only you can see them, right?
Father, you just don't understand about bacteria.
The old badger doesn't believe a word of it.
What does he think you're doing?
Making an idiot of my brother, imagine that.
Have you got a few minutes?
Sure, as long as you like.
Have you heard from the mayor?
Just that he's coming around this afternoon.
Well, I've been thinking about this since last night. And for you as a medical man, a scientist, this is a really rare discovery, but I've been wondering if you realize that it ties in with a lot of other things.
Well, how do you mean? Here, sit down.
Okay.
What are you driving at?
Well, you said last night that the water comes from impurities in the ground.
It comes from the poisonous dump in Windmill Valley, yes.
Doctor, I think it comes from an entirely different dump. The same dump that's been poisoning and polluting our whole social life in this town.
Oh, God, Hopstead, what are you babbling about?
Well, everything that matters in this town has fallen into the hands of a few bureaucrats.
Well, They're not all bureaucrats,
Oh, they're all rich with old reputable names, and they've got everything in the palm of their hands.
but they happen to have knowledge and ability.
Did they show knowledge and ability when they built the water system where they did?
No, of course not. But that happened to be a blunder, and we're going to set that straight.
You really think it's going to be as easy as all that?
Well, easy or not easy, it's got to be done.
Doctor, when I took over the People's Messenger, I swore that I would blow that smug cabal of old, stubborn, self-satisfied fogies to bits. And this is the paper that can do it.
But I still think we owe them a deep debt of gratitude for building the springs.
The mayor being your brother and all, I ordinarily wouldn't want to touch it, but I know you would never let that kind of thing obstruct the truth.
Well, of course not. But
Well, I want you to know something. I don't have to tell you that I come from a simple family. And I know in my bones what the underdog needs. And he needs a say in the government and society. That's what brings about ability and intelligence and self-respect in people. And any man that would, any newspaper man that would turn down an opportunity to give a leg up to the underdog is taking on a responsibility that I don't want. Now, I know in fancy circles they call it agitation. And they can call it whatever they want if that makes them happy. But I have my own conscience.
I agree with you, Hofstad. But this is just about the water. Come in, damn it.
I beg your pardon, Dr. Fine-True.
Are you looking for me as Laxon?
No, I didn't know you were here. I wanted to see the doctor.
What can I do for you?
Is it true, Doctor, what I hear from Mr. Billing, that you intend to campaign for a better water system?
Yes, for the Institute. But it's not a campaign.
I just wanted to call and tell you we're behind you 100%.
There, you see?
Ah, well, Mr. Isaacson, I thank you with all my heart, but I don't understand.
We can be important, Doctor. When the little businessman goes to push something through, he becomes a solid majority. And it's good to have the majority on your side.
Well, that's certainly true, but I don't see what this is all about. It seems to me a very straightforward business. The water supply is in...
Of course, we intend to proceed with moderation, Doctor. I always try to be a careful and moderate man.
You are known for that, Mr. Isaacson.
So you see, it would be nothing for me to arrange a demonstration. But, commensurately, as a result, I run into a lot of people in this town, and being a solid law-abiding citizen, I have some influence. You might even call it a little power.
Well, I'm well aware of that, Mr. Isaacson.
So, proceeding along with the demonstration,
Well, what do you intend to demonstrate about?
like the good citizens of this town complimenting you on bringing such an important matter to everybody's attention.
Well, Mr. Isaacson, I thank you for that.
You know, this could knock their big bellies right into the garbage can.
No indiscretion or extreme aggressiveness toward the authorities, Mr. Hofstad. I don't want any wild-eyed radicalism. I've seen enough of that in my time, and no good ever comes of it. But for a good, solid citizen to express his calm, frank, and free opinion is something nobody can deny.
Well, my dear Isaacson, I can't tell you how much it heartens me to have this kind of support. I'm happy, I really am. Would you like a glass of sherry?
I'm a member of the Temperance Society.
Well, how about a glass of beer?
I don't think I can go quite that far, Doctor. Well, good day. And I want you to know, the little man is behind you like a wall. You have the solid majority on your side, because when the little man takes
Thank
over...
you, Isaacson. Thank you so much. Good day.
Are you going to the printing shop, Mr. Hofstad?
No, I've got a thing or two here to attend to first.
Very well, very well.
What do you say to a little hypodermic to those fence-sitting deadheads? They're afraid. Afraid. They know perfectly well what's right, but they're afraid.
Why? Isaacson seems like a very sincere man.
Anytime we pump some guts into those well-intentioned men of goodwill, under all their liberal talk, they still idolize authority, and that's got to be rooted out of this town. This blunder with the water system has to be made very clear to every voter. Let me print your report.
Not until I talk to my brother.
Fine, I'll write an editorial in the meantime, and if your brother doesn't go along with it...
You really think that that's possible?
Oh, believe me, Doctor, it's entirely possible.
Listen, I promise you, he'll go along, and then you can print my report, every word of it.
On your word of honor?
Well, look, here it is. Take it, It won't do any harm for you to read it. Return it when you have time.
Good day, Doctor.
Good day. And you'll see, it'll be easier than you think.
I hope so, Doctor, sincerely. Let me know when you hear from His Honor.
I will. Catherine! Oh, you're home early, Petra.
I just got back from school.
He hasn't been here yet?
Oh, Peter? No. But I just had a long chat with Hofstad, and he's very interested in my discovery. And you know, it has more implications than I thought at first. Do you know what I have backing me up?
What in heaven's name have you got backing you up?
A solid majority.
Is that good?
Good. It's wonderful. You can't imagine the feeling, Catherine. To know that your whole town is like a brother to you. I haven't felt this good in this town since I was a little boy.
There's the front door.
Oh. Oh, Peter. Come in.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Well, so. I received your thesis about the condition of the springs.
I got your notes. Did you read it?
I read it.
Well, what do you have to say?
Come on, Petra.
Thomas, was it really necessary to go into this investigation behind my back?
Yes, until I was convinced myself there was no
Now
point.
you are convinced.
Well, of course. Aren't you too? The university corroborated the results.
You intend to present this document to the board of directors officially as medical officer of the Springs?
Of course. Something's got to be done, and quick.
Oh, you always use such strong language, Thomas. Among other things, in your report you say that we guarantee our guests and visitors a permanent case of poisoning.
Well, yes, Peter, but how can you describe it any other way?
So-
Imagine, poison internally and externally.
And so you merrily conclude that we must build a waste disposal plant and reconstruct the brand new water system from the bottom up.
Do you know another way out? I don't.
I took a little walk over to the city engineer this morning. In the course of our conversation, I sort of, jokingly mentioned these changes as something we might possibly consider in the future sometime, you know.
The future
and
won't be soon enough, Peter.
The engineer kind of smiled at my extravagance and gave me a few facts. I don't suppose you stopped to consider how much this proposed change of yours would cost, did you?
No, I
No,
didn't.
naturally. Your change, your little project would cost at least 300,000 crowns.
That expensive.
Don't be so upset. It's only money. The worst of it is that it would take some 2 years.
2 years?
2 years, at least. And what do you think we would do with the springs in the meantime? Shut them up, no doubt, because we'd have to. As soon as word gets around, as soon as there's a rumor started that the water is dangerous, we won't have a visitor left. And that's the picture, Thomas. You have it in your power to ruin your own town.
Now look, Peter, I don't want to ruin anything.
Thomas, your report has not convinced me that the water is as dangerous as you make it out to be.
Listen, it's even worse than the report makes it out to be. The summer's coming and the warm weather.
I think you're exaggerating. Capable physician ought to know what precautions to take.
And then what?
The existing water supplies are a fact, Thomas, and they have to be treated as a fact. If you act responsibly and with discretion, the directors of the Institute may be inclined to take under consideration possible changes that, are reasonable and do not involve any financial sacrifice to,
My God,
future. And
do you think for 1 minute I would ever agree to such trickery?
trickery.
Yes, a trick, a fraud, a lie, a treachery. A downright crime against the public and against the whole community.
I told you I don't consider the conditions to be that dangerous.
Oh, you don't? Well, listen, anything else is impossible. My report is an absolute fact. The only trouble is that you and your administration were the ones who insisted that the water supply be built where it is. And now you're afraid to admit the blunder you committed. Damn it! Don't you think I can see through it all?
All right. Okay, maybe, suppose that is so. Maybe I do care a little bit about my reputation. I still say I do it for the good of the town. Without moral authority, there can be no government. And that is why, Thomas, I consider it my duty to prevent that report from reaching the board of directors. Well, sometime later, I'll bring the matter up for discussion and we can maybe consider some things. In the meantime, not a word to reach the public.
Peter, do you think that you could really prevent that?
It will be prevented.
It can't be. Too many people already know about it.
Who? You don't mean those people from the Daily Messenger?
Exactly. The free and independent press is going to stand up and do its duty.
You are an unbelievably irresponsible man, Thomas. Can't you imagine what consequences this is going to have for you?
For me?
Yes, for you and your family.
What are you talking about now?
I believe I've earned the right to consider myself a helpful brother, Thomas.
You have been, and I thank you deeply for it.
Don't mention it. I often couldn't help myself. I thought that by improving your finances, I'd be able to keep you from running completely hog wild.
You mean it was only for your own sake?
Oh, partly, yes. What do you think people think of an official whose closest relatives get themselves into trouble time and time again?
And that's what I do.
You do it without even knowing it. You're like a man with an automatic brain. As soon as an idea pops into your head, no matter how idiotic it might be, you get up like a sleepwalker and start writing a pamphlet.
Peter, don't you think it's a citizen's duty to share a new idea with the public?
Public doesn't need new ideas. Public's better off with old ideas.
You're not even ashamed to admit that.
All right, let me lay this out for you. You're always barking about authority. Man gives you an order, he's persecuting you. Nothing's important enough to respect as soon as you've decided to revolt against your superiors. Well, all right then, I give up. I'm not going to try and change you. I have told you the stakes, and now I'm going to give you an order. And I suggest if you value your career, you obey the order.
What kind of an order?
You're going to officially deny these rumors.
How?
You'll simply issue a statement saying that you went into the examination of the water more thoroughly and you find that you exaggerated the danger.
I see.
Yes, and you have full confidence that if there are any problems, that management will surely be able to resolve them.
My convictions come from the condition of the water. My convictions will change when the water changes, and not for any other reason.
What are you talking about convictions? You're an official. You keep your convictions to yourself.
To myself?
As an official, I said. As a private citizen, God knows that's something else. But as a subordinate employee of the Springs, you have no right to have any opinions or convictions about matters of policy.
Now you listen to me. I am a doctor and a scientist.
What's this got to do with science?
And I have the right to express my opinion about anything in the world.
Not about the Institute! That I forbid!
You forbid!
I forbid you as your superior, and when I give you an order, you obey.
Peter! If you weren't my brother...
Father, you aren't going to stand for this.
Petra! Petra!
What have you two been doing? Eavesdropping?
You were talking so loudly.
Yes, I was eavesdropping.
That makes me very happy.
You said something about forbidding.
You forced me to.
So, you expect me to spit in my own face officially, is that it?
Why must you be so colorful?
And if I don't obey?
Then we will issue a statement to calm the public.
Good enough. Then I will write against you. I will stick to what I said, and I will prove that I am right and that you are wrong. And what will you do then?
Then I simply won't be able to prevent your dismissal.
What? Father.
Dismissal from the Institute is what I said. If you want to make war on Kirsten Springs, you can't be on the board of directors.
You dare to do that?
Oh no, you're the daring man.
Uncle, this is a rotten way to treat a man like father.
Petra, will you be quiet?
So young and yet opinions already. But that's natural. Catherine, you're probably the only sane person in this house. Knock some sense into his head, will you? Tell him what he's leading his family into.
My family concerns nobody but myself.
His family in his own town.
I'm going to show you who loves his town. The people are going to get the full stink of this corruption, Peter, and then we will see who loves his town.
You love your town when you blindly, spitefully, stubbornly try to cut off its most important industry.
That source is poison, Ben! We are getting fat by peddling filth and corruption to innocent people.
I think this has gone beyond opinions and convictions, Thomas. A man who can level that kind of insinuation is nothing but a traitor to society.
How dare you!
Mother!
Well, I won't expose myself to violence. I've warned you. Consider what you owe yourself and your family. Good day.
He's insulted. He's insulted.
Shameful, Thomas.
I would love to give him a piece of my mind.
It was my own fault. I should have shown my teeth right from the beginning. He called me a traitor to society. Damn it! That is not going to stick.
Please think. He has all of the power on his side.
Yes, but I have the truth on mine.
Without power, what good is the truth?
That's ridiculous, Catherine. I have the press and the majority, the solid majority with me. If that's not power, what
And
is?
for heaven's sake, Tom, you aren't going to...
What am I not going to do?
You aren't going to fight it out in public with your brother.
What the hell else do you want me to do?
It won't do any earthly good. If they won't do it, they won't. All you'll get out of it is a notice that you're fired.
I'm going to do my duty, Catherine. Me, the man he calls a traitor to society.
And how about your duty to your family? The ones you're supposed to be providing for.
Don't always think of us first, Mother.
You can talk. If worse comes to worse, you can manage for yourself. But what about the boys, Tom? And you and me?
What about you? You want me to be the miserable animal who'd crawl up the boots of that damn gang? Will you be happy if I can't face myself the rest of my life?
Tom, there is so much injustice in the world. You've simply got to learn to live with it. If you go on like this, God help us, we'll have no money again. Has it been so long since the North that you have forgotten what it was to live like we lived? Haven't we had enough of that for one lifetime? What will happen to the boys? We have got nothing if you are fired.
Stop it. Well, boys, what did you learn in school today?
We learned that bacteria is...
You don't say.
What's going on here? Why is everybody...
Nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm going to do, boys? From now on, I'm going to teach you what a man is.
Doctor not come yet?
No, not yet. You finish it? Well, what'd you think of it?
It's, devastating. The doctor is a brilliant man. I myself never really understood how incompetent those fat fellows on top are.
Yeah.
I hear the rumble of a revolution in this.
Shh, it's Laxon's inside.
Aslaksen's a coward. All he's saying with all that moderation talk is that he's yellow. You're going to print this, aren't you?
Well, sure, as soon as the doctor gives the word, and if his brother doesn't get in, we'll put it on the press anyway.
But if the mayor's against us, it's going to get pretty rough. You know that, don't you?
You know what, just let him try and block that reconstruction. The little businessman in the whole town will be screaming for his head. Aslaksen will see to that.
But the stockholders will have to lay down a fortune of money if this goes through.
My boy, I think it's gonna bust him. And when the springs go busted, the people in this town are finally gonna see the level of genius that's been running us. Those 5 pieces of paper are gonna put down a liberal administration once and for all.
It's a revolution. I mean it. We are on the edge of a real revolution.
I hear you. I agree.
Put it on the press.
Mr. Isaacson, the doctor's here.
Wonderful. What did the mayor say?
The mayor has declared war. And so war is what it's going to be. But this is only the beginning. Do you know what he tried to do? He actually tried to blackmail me. He had the nerve to tell me that I'm not permitted to speak my mind without his permission. Imagine a shameless effrontery.
He actually said it right out.
Right to my face.
Oh my.
Now, my trouble was that I gave them credit for being our kind of people. But they're dictators. They're people who'll try to hold on to power, even if they have to poison the town to do it.
Now take it easy, Doctor. You must understand, I'm behind you, but moderation.
What did you think of the article, Hofstad?
It's a masterpiece. In one blow, you've managed to prove beyond any doubt what kind of people are running us.
May we print it now then?
I should say so.
We'll have it ready for tomorrow's paper.
Listen, Mr. Isaacson, do me a favor, will you? You run a fine paper, but supervise the printing personally, eh? I would hate to see the weather report end up in the middle of my article.
Don't worry, there won't be any mistakes this time.
Make it perfect, eh? Like you were printing money. I can't tell you how anxious I am to see it in print. After all the lies in the papers, after all the half-lies and the quarter lies, to finally see the plain, unvarnished truth about something so important. And this is only the beginning. We'll go on to other topics. We'll blow up every lie that we believe in. Isaacson, what do you say?
Just remember, moderation. I don't see what's so funny about that.
Dr. Stockman, I feel as though I were standing in some historic painting. God damn it, this is a historic day. Someday this scene, it's going to be in a museum entitled The Day the Truth Was Born.
Oh, I've got a bandaged patient down the road.
I hope you realize how useful he could be to us.
I don't like that business about this is only the beginning. Let him stick to the spring.
What makes you so scared all the time?
I have to live here. It'd be different if he were attacking the national government or something. But if he thinks I'm going to take on the whole town administration,
What's the difference? Bad is bad.
yes, but there is a difference. You attack the national government, what happens? Nothing. They go right on. But the town administration, they can be overthrown. Besides, I represent the small business owners in this town.
Give a man a little business and the truth can go to hell.
Mr. Billy, I'm older than you are. I've seen fire eaters before. You know who used to sit at that desk before you? Councilman Stinsford. Councilman.
Just because I sit at a renegade's desk, does that mean that I...
You're a politician. Politician never knows where he's going to end up. And besides, you applied for that job as secretary to the magistrate, didn't you? Billy!
Well, why not? If I get it, I'll have the chance to put across some good things. I could put a lot of big boys on the spot with a job like that.
All right, I'm just saying, people change. I may not have made the hot speeches when you called me a coward, but I didn't go back on my beliefs either. Unlike some of the big radicals in this town, I didn't change. Of course, I am a bit more moderate.
Oh, God.
I don't see what's so damn funny about that.
Oh.
If we could get rid of him, we...
Hey, take it easy. He pays the printing bill. He's not that bad. Yeah, I'll get the printer on this.
Say, Hofstad, what do you say we get Dr. Stockman to back us? Then we could really put out a paper.
What would he do for money?
His father-in-law.
Keel? Since when does he have money?
I think he's loaded with it.
No. Really? As long as I've known him, he always wears the same overcoat, the same suit.
Yeah, and the same ring on his right hand. You ever get a look at that boulder?
No.
All year he wears it on the inside, but on New Year's Eve he turns it around. Think about it. When a man has no visual means of support, what's he living on? Money,
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
Now my idea is...
Hello?
Oh, fancy seeing you here.
I want to ask you something.
What is that?
That English novel you wanted translated.
Aren't you going to do it?
I don't get this.
You don't get what?
This book is absolutely against everything you people believe in.
It's not that bad.
Mr. Hofstad, it says, if you're good, there's a supernatural force that'll fix things so you end up happy. And if you're bad, you'll be punished. Since when does the world work that way?
Yeah, but Petra, this is a newspaper. People like to read that kind of thing. They buy the paper for that. We put in our political stuff. A newspaper can't buck the public.
You don't say.
Now, wait a minute. Wait. I don't want you to go feeling like that. Here, get that to the printer.
Sure.
I want you to understand something. I never even read that book. It was Billings'
I
idea.
thought he was a radical.
Well, he is, but he's also
A newspaper man?
Well, that too. But what I was going to say is, Billings is trying to get the job as secretary to the magistrate.
What?
People are people, Miss Stockman.
The magistrate. He's been fighting everything progressive in this town for 30 years.
Let's not argue about it. I just want you to understand something about me. I hope you know that I happen to admire women like you, and I never got a chance to tell you, and I'd really like for you to know. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind. But reading that book upset me. I really don't understand. Why are you supporting my father?
What's the mystery? It's a matter of principle.
But a paper that will print a book like that has no principle.
Why do you jump to such extremes? You're just...
Like what?
Well, I simply meant
Like
that...
my father, you meant? You really have no use for him, do you?
Now, wait a minute.
What's behind this? Are you just trying to hold my hand or something?
I happen to agree with your father. That's why I'm printing his stuff. And frankly, Miss Stockman, I like nothing better than to hold your hand. But I assure you this.
You're trying to put something over, I think. Why are you in this?
Who are you accusing? Billings gave you that book, not me.
But you don't mind printing it, do you? What are you trying to do with my father? You have no principles. What are you up to here?
My God, Hofstad, Miss Stockman.
I've never been so frightened in my life.
Wait, Petra, I don't
Where
want
are
you...
you going? The mayor's out here.
The mayor?
He wants to speak to you. He came in the back door. He doesn't want to be seen.
What does he want?
I'll watch for anybody coming in here.
Good evening, Your Honor. Come in.
Thank you. It's clean. Somehow I expected this place to look dirty, but it's clean. Very nice, Mr. Eslaxon.
Not at all, Your Honor. I mean to say,
What
I
can we do
always...
for you, Your Honor? Sit down.
I had a very annoying thing happen today, Mr. Hofstadt.
You don't say.
Seems that my brother has written some sort of memorandum about the springs.
Really?
He say anything about it to you?
Oh, yes, I think he may have mentioned
That's
something
it
about
right there, isn't it?
This, I haven't had a chance to look at it. The printer just handed it to me.
Isn't that the thing the printer wanted the spelling checked?
That's it. It's a question of spelling. I'll be right back.
I'm very good at spelling. Maybe I can help.
No, Your Honor, there's a lot of Latin in it. You wouldn't happen to know Latin, would you?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I used to help my brother with his Latin all the time. Let's see. You're going to print this?
I can't very well refuse a signed article. A signed article is the author's responsibility.
You're going to allow this, Oslaxon?
I'm the publisher, not the editor, Your Honor. My policy is freedom for the editor.
Well, you have a point. I can see that.
So if you don't mind.
Not at all.
Well,
What you, this reconstruction of the springs.
I realize that's going to be a tremendous sacrifice for your stockholders.
Oh, don't upset yourself about that. First thing a mayor learns is that the less well-to-do can always be prevailed upon to demand a spirit of sacrifice for the public good.
I'm glad you see that.
Yes, especially when it's the wealthy who are doing the sacrificing. What you don't realize, Mr. Eslaxon, is that as long as I am mayor, Any changes in those springs will be paid for by a municipal loan.
A municipal? You mean you're going to tax the people for this?
Exactly.
Yeah, but the Springs are a private corporation.
The corporation built the springs with its own money, Mr. Hofstadt. If the people want to make changes, naturally, the people are going to have to pay the bill. Corporation's in no position to do that. It simply can't.
That's impossible. People will not stand for another tax. Is this fact or your opinion?
Well, it happens to be a fact.
Oh,
Plus, another fact. You'll forgive me for talking about facts in a newspaper office. But it'll take some 2 years to make these changes in the baths. That's 2 years, Mr. Aslaksen. 2 years without any income for your small businessman in this town. And a heavy new tax besides. And all because of this dream, this mad dream, this hallucination, that we live in a pest hole.
That's based on science.
This is based on vindictiveness, on his hatred of authority and nothing else. This is the mad dream of a man who just wants to blow up our way of life. Has nothing to do with reform or science or anything else. And I intend to see that the people understand it exactly so.
my God. Maybe. You sure you want to support this, Hofstad?
Frankly, I never thought of it quite that way. I mean, when you think of it psychologically, I guess it's entirely possible that the man's just simply out to... Your Honor, I don't know what to say. I'd hate to hurt this town in any way. I never imagined we'd have to have a new tax.
Well, you should have imagined it. Because you're going to have to advocate it. Unless, of course, readers of liberal and radical newspapers enjoy paying high taxes. You'd know that better than I, of course. I happen to have here a little story about the true facts concerning this matter. It shows that with a few minor changes, nobody need be unduly worried about the water. And, well, in time, we'd consider some, structural improvements, and we'd pay for those, of course.
May I see that?
I want you to study it, Mr. Hofstadt, and see if you don't agree after you read it. And in fact, what?
Are you expecting the doctor?
The doctor's here?
He's just crossing the street.
I really don't want to run into
Do
this
something.
here.
Do something.
Get him out of here as soon as you can.
Any proofs yet? I guess not, eh?
No, you can't expect them for some time.
You mind if I wait?
There's really no sense in that, Doctor. It'll be quite a while yet.
Bear with me, Hofstad. I'm just anxious to see
Doctor,
that
we're
print.
very busy. Please.
Please, don't let me hold you up. That's the way to be. Busy, busy. We'll put this, we'll make this town shine like a jewel, eh? There is just one point.
Doctor, really, could we talk later?
Just
We
2 words. Just walking down the street now, I was looking at the people. The way they were sitting in the restaurants and driving the carriages. And I was touched by, well, by their innocence. What I mean is, when this thing breaks, I'm afraid that they're liable to start trying to make a saint out of me or something. Aslaksen, promise me you won't try to get up any kind of a dinner for me or anything like that.
Doctor, there's no use concealing.
I knew it. Now listen, I simply will not attend a dinner in my honor.
Doctor, I think it's time that we finally have a
I
talk.
thought so. Thomas, I want you home. Now come, I want you to talk to Petra.
What happened? What are you doing here?
Something wrong, Mrs. Stockman?
Dr. Stockman is the father of 3 children, Mr. Hofstad.
Now look, dear, everybody knows that.
Nobody
What's
would
the-
believe it from the way you are dragging us into this disaster.
Oh, now, Mrs.
What
Stockman.
disaster?
He treats you like a son, and you want to make a fool of him.
I'm not
How
trying
can
to
you
make a-
accuse...
He'll lose his job at the Springs. Do you realize that? You print the article and they will grind him up like a piece of flesh.
Catherine, you're embarrassing me. Gentlemen, I
Mr.
beg your pardon.
Hofstad, what are you up to?
Catherine, I won't have you jumping at Hofstad.
I want you home. This man is not your friend.
He is my friend. Any man who shares my risk is my friend. You just don't understand that, that when this comes out, that all the people in town are going to be out in the streets, and they're going to drive that gang of... What's this? What the hell is he doing here?
All right, Doctor, now let's be careful and...
Where is he? Did he talk you out of it, Hofstad? He won't get away with it. Where did you hide him?
Be careful, Doctor.
So, poisoning the water wasn't enough, Peter. You're working on the press now, eh?
My hat, please, and my stick. What's this nonsense? That's official insignia taken off.
I just wanted you to realize, Peter, that anyone may wear this hat in a democracy. And a private citizen is not afraid to touch it. And as for your baton of command, Your Honor, it can pass from hand to hand. So don't gloat yet. The people haven't spoken, and I have the people because I have the truth, my friends.
Doctor, we're not scientists. We can't judge whether your article is really true.
Then print it under my name. Let me defend it.
I'm not printing it. I'm not going to sacrifice this paper. And when the whole story gets out, the people are not going to stand for any changes in the springs.
You can see, Doctor, His Honor just said there will have to be a new tax.
Ah, yes, I see. So that's why you're not scientists, suddenly. You can't decide if I'm telling the truth. Well, so...
Don't take that attitude. The point is...
The point. Oh, the point is going to fly through this town like an arrow, and I'm going to fire it. Will you publish my article as a pamphlet? I'll pay for it myself.
I'm not going to ruin this paper or this town. Doctor, for the sake of your
You
family.
can leave his family out of this, Mr. Aslakson. God help me, I think you people are horrible.
My article, if you don't mind.
Doctor, you won't get it printed in this town.
Can't you forget it? Can't you see now
Your
that
Honor,
everybody's...
I can't forget it. And you will never forget it as long as you live. I'm going to call a mass meeting, and we're going to...
Who's gonna rent you a hall?
Then I'll take a drum and go from street to street, proclaiming that the springs are befouled and that poison is befouling the body politic.
Believe you really are that mad.
Mad? Oh, my brother, you haven't even heard me raise my voice yet. Catherine?
Captain Horser?
Come in, come in. I don't have enough chairs for a lot of people, so I decided not to have any chairs at all.
My name is Billing. Don't you remember at the doctor's house?
Oh, yes. I've been very busy. I didn't recognize you. Why don't those people come inside?
I don't know. I guess they're waiting for the mayor or somebody important so that they know it's respectable in here. I wanted to ask you something before it begins. Why are you lending your house for this? I never heard of you connected with anything political.
I'll answer that. I travel most of the year. Do you ever travel?
Not abroad, no.
Well, I've been to a lot of places where people aren't allowed to say unpopular things. Did you know that?
Sure, I've read about it.
But I don't like it.
Doesn't like. One more question, Captain. What is your opinion on the doctor's proposition to rebuild the springs?
Don't understand a thing about it. Come in, come in. I don't have enough chairs for a lot of people, so you'll just have to stand.
Try the horn.
No, let him start to speak first. Wait till they hear this. I can blow your mustache off with this.
I don't want to interrupt as you hear. Come in, come in. I have chairs just for you.
There's quite a crowd on the sidewalk. Why don't they come in?
I suppose they're waiting for the mayor.
Are all those people on his side?
Who knows? People are bashful. Besides, it's so unusual to
Good
come to a
evening,
meeting like
ladies.
this. I suppose they just...
I don't blame you for not speaking to me. I just thought I'd say that I don't think this is going to be a place for ladies tonight.
I don't remember asking your advice, Mr. Billing.
I'm not as bad as you think, Mrs. Stockman.
Then why did you print the mayor's statement and not one word about my husband's report? No one has had a chance to find out what he really stands for. Well, those people on the street there are against him already.
Printing his report only would have hurt your husband.
Mr. Billing, I have never said this to anyone before in my life, but I think you're a liar.
You do that once more, and I'll throw you out of here.
Catherine, Petra, good evening.
Good evening.
Why so coldly? He wanted his meeting and he's got it. He's not here yet?
The doctor is going around town to make sure that there is a good attendance.
Fair enough. Petra, by the way, did you paint that poster that somebody hung up on the town hall?
If you can call it a painting, yes.
You know, I could have you arrested. It's against the law to deface the town hall.
Well, here I am.
If you arrest her, Peter, I will never speak to you.
Catherine, you have no sense of humor.
Say, friend, who's running? Who's the candidate?
You're drunk, mister. Now get out of here.
There's no law says a man who's drunk can't vote.
Get out! Get out! Get out of here!
I want to vote.
Get out!
I got a right to vote. Your Honor,
Right this way, gentlemen. In you go. Come on, fellas. Sorry, no chairs, gentlemen. Couldn't get a hall, so just relax. It won't take very long.
Glad you're here, Peter. Wouldn't miss it for the world.
How do you feel, Catherine?
Just promise me, don't lose your temper.
look, if you ain't voting, what the hell's going on
I
here?
tell you to get out of here!
Don't push.
Hey, I order you to get out and stay out.
I don't like the tone of your voice. And if you don't watch your step, I'm going to tell the mayor right now. And he'll throw you all in the jar. What are you, revolution here? Get him out of here.
All right, gentlemen.
Wasted all of our time.
Might as well begin. Write down, please. Now, The issue is very simple.
We haven't elected a chairman, Doctor.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Aslickson, but this is not a meeting. I call it
I
a
came to
lecture.
a meeting, Doctor. There's got to be some kind of control here.
What do you mean control? What is there to control?
Sure, let him speak. This is no meeting.
Your Honor, why don't you take charge?
Just a minute now.
Somebody responsible has to take charge. There's a big difference of opinion here.
Well, what makes you so sure? You don't even know yet what I'm going to say.
I've got a pretty good idea of what you're going to say, and I don't like it. If a man doesn't like it here, let him go somewhere that suits him better.
Yeah.
We don't want any troublemakers here.
Now look, friend, you don't know anything about me.
We know plenty about you, Stockman.
From what? From the newspapers? How do you know I don't like this town? I'm here to save the life of this town.
I think the democratic thing would be to elect a chairman.
I nominate the mayor. Second the mayor.
No, that wouldn't be fair. We want somebody neutral, like Mr. Asloxon.
Look, I came to a lecture. I didn't
What are
come
you
to
afraid of? A fair fight? Second Mr. Oslickson.
Very
All
good
right,
choice.
all right.
Very good choice.
If that's your pleasure, but I just want to remind you, I called this lecture tonight because I have a very important message for the people here. I couldn't get it in the press, and I couldn't rent a hall. So I just hope I'll be given a chance to speak here. Mr. Aslickson.
Yes, Mr. Oslickson. Yes, Mr. Oslickson.
Thank you. I just have one word before we start tonight. Please remember, the highest civic virtue is moderation. Now, if anybody wants to speak.
I heard that. Since when you allowed to electioneer at the polls? I'm going to report this to the mayor.
Quiet, please now. Does anybody want the floor?
Mr. Chairman?
His Honor the Mayor will address the meeting.
Nice.
Bravo, Mayor.
Thank you.
Go, Mayor.
Thank you. Gentlemen, please. There's no reason to take very long tonight to address this issue, to solve this issue, and to get back to our ordinary, calm, and peaceful life. Now, here is the issue. Dr. Stockman, my brother, and believe me, it's not very easy to say this, has decided to destroy Kirsten Springs, our health institute.
Peter! Please, now, there mustn't be any interruptions.
He has a long and involved way of going about it, but believe me, that's the brunt of it.
Well, then what are we wasting time for? Run him out of town.
No, please. No violence, no violence. I would like you to understand his motives. He is a man, always has been, who is never happy unless he's badgering authority, ridiculing authority, and destroying authority. He wants to destroy the springs so he can prove that the administration blundered in the construction.
May I speak, please?
The mayor's not finished. Sure.
Now, thank you. There are people here that would say that the good doctor should be able to say whatever he wants. After all, we are a democratic country. Now, God knows, in ordinary times, I would agree 100% with a man's right to say anything he wants. But these are not ordinary times.
No.
Nations have crises,
Yes.
and so do towns.
Exactly.
And there are ruins of nations and ruins of towns all over the world. And they were wrecked by people who, in the guise of pleading for reform and justice and so on, broke down all authority and left nothing but revolution and chaos.
Yes!
What the hell are you talking about?
I have to insist,
I
Doctor.
called a lecture. I did not invite him to attack me. He's got the press and every hall in town to attack me, and I've got nothing but this room tonight.
We got this.
Quiet, please now. Please continue, Your Honor.
Now, this is our crisis. We all remember what our town was like before we had our institute.
Yes, we do.
We could barely afford to keep our streets in order. We were a dead, third-rate hamlet.
Yes.
But today we are almost on the verge of becoming internationally known as a resort.
Oh, wow.
I predict that within 5 years, the income of every man in this room will be immensely greater. I predict that our schools will be bigger and better, and that in time, our town will be crowded with fine carriages. Great homes will be built here.
Yeah.
First-class stores will open up and down Main Street. I predict that were we not defamed and maliciously attacked, we will be one day one of the richest and most beautiful resorts in the world.
Yes!
Now, here is the question. Here is the issue. Ask yourself one simple question. Does anybody have the right, the democratic right, as they like to call it, to pick at minor flaws in the Springs?
No.
To exaggerate the most picayune faults?
No.
And to attempt to publish these defamations for the outside world to see?
Definitely not.
Absolutely not. This is ridiculous.
Now then, I believe that a line must be drawn. And that if any man would cross that line, we, the people, have the right to pick him up by the collar and say, "You cannot say that!"
Yeah. Let's get it out of here! Come on! Let's get it!
All right.
Quiet, please now. Please continue, Your Honor.
I think we understand each other. Mr. Chairman, I would move at this time that Dr. Stockman be prohibited from reading his report at this meeting.
Yes! Thank you, Mayor! Bravo! Well said, Mayor! Well said, Mayor! He's a great man! Great man!
Quiet, please now. I think we can proceed to the vote.
Well, aren't you going to let me speak at all?
We are just about to vote on that question.
Damn it, man, I have a right.
Point of order, Father.
Yes, point of order.
Yes, Doctor.
We want to discuss the motion.
That's it. I want to discuss the motion.
All right, go ahead.
Now look, he talks and he talks and he talks, but not one word about the facts.
We don't want to hear any more about the water.
You're just trying to blow everything up!
Judge for yourself. Let me read this to you.
No!
I don't think you're making a very good impression, Doctor. We can't have this uproar. I think, Doctor, that the majority would like to take the vote before you speak.
Yes.
If they so will, you may speak. Otherwise, majority rules. You won't deny that.
Don't bother voting. I understand everything. Can I have a few minutes?
Mr. Chairman,
I won't mention the Institute. I have a new discovery that's 1,000 times more important than all the institutes in the world. May I have the platform, please?
I don't think we can deny him that as long as he confines his comments to...
The springs are not the subject. Before I go into my subject, I would like to congratulate all the liberals and radicals in our group.
What?
Like Mr. Hofstad.
What do you mean radical? Where's your evidence to call me a radical?
You got me there. There is no evidence. I guess there never really was. I would like to congratulate you on your self-control tonight. You, who have fought in parlors for the principle of free speech these many years.
I believe in democracy. And when my readers are absolutely against something, I'm not going to force my will on the majority.
Thank you.
You have begun my remarks, Mr. Hofstad. Gentlemen, Mrs. Stockman, Miss Stockman. Tonight, I was struck by a sudden flash of light, a discovery second to none. But before I tell it to you, a little story. I put in a good many years in the north of our country. Up there, the rulers of the world are the great seal and the gigantic squadrons of duck. Man lives on ice, huddled together in a little pile of stone. His whole life consists of grubbing for food, nothing more. He can barely speak his own language. And it came to me one day that it was romantic and sentimental of me, a man of my education, to be tending these people. They had not yet reached the stage where they needed a doctor. If the truth were to be told, a veterinary would be more in order.
What did you call us, animals? Is that how you refer to decent, hardworking people?
Yeah.
I expected that, my friend. But don't think you're going to fog up my brain with that magic word, the people. Not anymore. Just because there's a mass of organisms with a human shape, they don't automatically become a people. That honor has to be earned. Nor does someone automatically become a man just by having a human shape and feeding his face and living in a house and agreeing with one's neighbors. That name also has to be earned. Now, when I came to my conclusions about the springs...
Not supposed to be doing that!
Mr. Peter, that's a picayune point to catch me on. I'm not going into the springs. When I came to my conclusions about the water, the authorities moved quickly. And I said to myself, I'm going to fight them to the death. Because I have...
What are you trying to start, a revolution here? He's a revolutionist!
Traitor! Please, let me finish. I thought to myself, the majority. I have the majority. And let me tell you, friends, it was a grand feeling. Because the reason I came back to this place of my birth was because I wanted to give my education to this town. I love it here. And so I spent months without pay or encouragement and dreamed up the whole project of the springs. And why? Not, as my brother says, so that fine carriages could crowd our streets, but so that we might cure the sick, so that we might meet people from all over the world and learn from them and become broader and more civilized. More, in other words, more like men, more like a people.
You don't even like this town, do you?
Admit it! You're a revolutionist, aren't you? Admit it!
I don't admit it. I proclaim it now.
You hear that? He's a revolutionist.
I am in revolt against the age-old lie that the majority is always right.
What?
Oh, now all of a sudden he's an aristocrat. Yeah.
And more. I will tell you now, the majority is always wrong, and in this way.
We are not.
Lost your mind. Get down before you make...
Was the majority right when they stood by while Jesus was crucified? Was the majority right when they refused to accept the notion that the earth moves around the sun and let Galileo be driven to his knees like a dog? It takes 50 years for the majority to be right. The majority is never right until it does right.
I want to state right now that although I've been this man's friend and I've eaten at his table many times, I now cut myself off from him absolutely.
Answer me this, please, one more moment. A platoon of soldiers is moving down a road toward the enemy. Each one of them believes that he's on the right road, on the safe road. But 2 miles ahead is one lone man, the outpost. He sees that the road is dangerous, that his comrades are walking into a trap. He runs back and he finds the platoon. Isn't it clear that this man has the right to warn the majority, to argue with the majority, to fight with the majority if he believes he has the truth? Before many can know something, one must know it. It's always the same. Rights are sacred until it hurts for someone to use them. Now, I beg you, I realize that the cost is great, that the inconvenience is great, that the risk is great, that some other town will get the jump on us while we
He's doing
rebuild.
it again.
Let me prove it to you. This water is poison.
One more word about poison, and I'll take you outside!
All right, all right, all right. Enough! Enough! Quiet. I don't want any violence here. Doctor, I think you should yield the platform.
Yes.
Yes,
I'm
get
not
off the
finished yet.
platform.
I will leave. I will not be able to guarantee what these people will do.
I want to go home. Come on, Tom.
Mr. Chairman, I move that he be ejected from the
Then I will
platform.
go to the out-of-town newspapers until the whole country is warned.
You won't dare.
I'm trying to ruin this town. That's all. Just trying to ruin it.
You are trying to build a town on a morality so rotten that it will infect the country and the world.
What in the hell
If the only way you can prosper is through this murder of freedom and truth, then I say with all my heart, let it be destroyed. Let the people perish.
What the hell is he talking about? Let's do
Quiet, please, please. I would like to submit the following resolution. The people assembled here tonight, decent and patriotic citizens, in defense of their town and their country, declare that Dr. Stockman, medical officer of the Springs, is an enemy of the people and of this community.
That's not true. He loves this town.
Damn fools, you fools!
Anyone against this motion?
I am.
One.
Me too. You can't do without a doctor. Anyone will tell ya.
Anyone else?
No.
With all votes against 2, this assembly formally declares Dr. Thomas Stockman the people's enemy.
Yes.
In the future, all dealings on that basis by patriotic and decent citizens will be finalized. Meeting adjourned.
You have room for us on board your ship to America?
Anytime you say, Doctor.
Doctor, you better get on that ship soon!
Let's go out the back door.
Right this way.
No back door. I don't want to mislead anyone.
Traitor.
The enemy of the people has not finished with this town. At least not yet.
He's a
Catherine, tell what's her name that there's still rocks out here to be picked up.
She's not finished sweeping up the glass. Are you all right?
It's a little boy. Look at him run. How fast the poison spreads, even to the children.
It's hard to believe this is the same town.
I'm going to save these like sacred relics. I'm going to put them in my will. I want the boys to have them in their homes to look at every day. It's cold in here. Why doesn't what's her name get the glazier out here?
She's getting him.
She's been getting him for 2 hours. We'll freeze to death.
He won't come here, Tom.
No? The glazier won't fix my windows?
You don't realize people don't like to be pointed out. He's got neighbors, I suppose, and oh, we're at the door. Letter for you.
Oh, what's this now?
I don't see how we're supposed to get any shopping done with everyone ready to bite my head off.
Well, what do you know? We're evicted.
Oh no!
He hates to do it, but with public opinion what it is.
Maybe we shouldn't have let the boys go to school today.
Oh, now don't get all frazzled again.
But the landlord is such a nice man. If he's got to throw us out, the town must be ready to murder us.
Just take it easy. Come, sit down here. We'll go to America, and all of this will be like a dream.
But I don't want to go to America. When did this get torn?
Oh, must have been last night.
Your best pants.
Well, it just shows you. A man goes out to fight for the truth. Shouldn't wear his best pants. Just relax and take it easy. You'll mend them, and in no time at all, we'll be 3 hours away.
How do you know it'll be any different in America?
Well, I don't know. But it seems to me, in a country that big, the spirit must be bigger. Oh, but they must have the solid majority there too. I don't know. At least there'd be more room to hide there.
Think it over, will you? I'd hate to go halfway around the world and find out we're in the same spot.
You know, Catherine, I don't think I'll ever forget the face of that crowd last night.
Don't think about it.
Some of the people had their teeth bared like animals in a pack. And who leads them? Men who call themselves liberals and radicals. The crowd lets out one big roar, and where are they, my liberal friends? I'll bet if I walked down the street now, not one of them would admit that he'd even met me. It's hard to believe that. Are you listening to me?
I was just wondering what we'll ever do with all of this furniture if we go to America.
Don't you ever listen when I talk to you?
Why should I listen? I know you're right. Petra, what are you doing here? Why aren't you at school?
What's the matter?
I'm fired.
They wouldn't.
As of 2 weeks from now. But I couldn't bear to stay there.
Mrs. Busk fired you?
Who'd ever imagined she could do such a thing?
It hurt her to do what I could see because we've always agreed so about things, but she didn't dare do anything else.
The glazier doesn't dare fix our windows. The landlord doesn't dare let us stay
The
on.
landlord?
Evicted, darling. Oh, on the wreckage of all the civilizations in the world, they ought to put up a big sign. They didn't dare.
I really couldn't blame her, Father. She showed me 3 letters she got this morning.
From whom?
They weren't signed.
Oh, naturally. The big patriots with their anonymous indignation, scrawling out the darkness of their minds on dirty little slips of paper. That's morality. And I'm the traitor. What did they say?
Well, one of them was from somebody who said that he'd heard down at the club that someone who visits this house said that I had radical opinions about certain things.
Oh, wonderful. So, someone heard that she heard that he heard. Catherine, start packing as soon as you can. I feel as though there's vermin crawling all over me.
Oh.
Oh, Captain. Just the man I want to see.
I thought I'd see how you all were doing.
That's awfully nice of you, Captain. And I want to thank you for seeing us through the crowd last night.
Did you get home all right? We hated to leave you alone with that mob.
Ah, there's nothing to it. In a storm, there's just one thing to remember. It will pass.
Unless it kills you.
You mustn't let yourself get too bitter.
Well, I'm trying, but I won't guarantee how I'll feel if I have to walk down the street with traitor branded on my forehead.
Don't think about it.
Oh, what's in a word?
Oh, a word, Captain, can be like a needle sticking in your heart. It can dig and corrode like acid and make you be exactly what they want you to be, an enemy of the people.
You mustn't ever let that happen, Doctor.
Frankly, I don't give a damn anymore. Let the summer come. Let an epidemic break out. Then they'll see who they drove into exile. Now, when are you sailing, Captain?
We really decided to go.
Absolutely. When do you sail, Captain?
That's what I came to talk to you about.
Why? Did something happen to your ship?
You see, we can't go.
No, the ship will sail, but I won't be aboard.
No.
You're fired too, because I was this morning.
Oh, Captain, you shouldn't have given us your house last night.
I get another ship. It's just that the owner, Mr. Vick, happens to belong to the same party as the mayor. And I guess when you belong to a party and the party takes a certain position, it's just that Mr. Vick is a very decent man.
Well, they're all decent men.
No, he's not like the others.
Well, he doesn't have to be. The party is like a sausage grinder. It mashes up clear heads and fat heads and long heads and flat heads and blockheads. And what comes out? Meathead.
That must be the glazier.
Imagine, he refused to come all morning, the glazier. Oh.
If you're busy.
Just picking up rocks and broken glass, Peter. Come in. How are you this fine, brisk morning?
Won't you come inside, Captain?
Yes, I'd like to finish our talk.
I'll talk to you in a minute, Captain. You may want to leave your hat on. It's a little drafty in here today.
Yes, thanks. I think I will. I believe I caught a cold there last night. The house was freezing.
Oh, really? I found it rather warm. Suffocating, as a matter of fact. What do you want?
May I sit down?
Oh, not there. A piece of the solid majority is liable to open your skull. Try there. What's this now? Don't tell me.
Yes.
I'm fired.
Board met this morning. There was really nothing else to do, considering the state of public opinion.
You look scared, Peter.
I haven't forgotten that you're still my brother, Thomas.
Oh, I doubt that.
You have no practice left in this town.
People always need a doctor.
There's a petition going from house to house. A pledge not to call on you anymore. I don't think a single family will dare refuse to sign it.
You started that, didn't you?
No. As a matter of fact, I think things have gone a little too far. I never wanted to see you ruined, Thomas. This will ruin you.
No, it won't.
For once in your life, would you be a reasonable man?
Why don't you say it, Peter? You're afraid I'm going to go out of town and start publishing things about the Springs, aren't you?
I don't deny that. Thomas, if you really have the good of the town at heart, you can accomplish everything you want without damaging anybody, including yourself.
What's this now?
Just get me a signed statement saying that in your zeal to help the town, you might have exaggerated a little bit, you might have gone overboard. Put it any way you like, just so you calm anybody's fears about the water. If you will give me that, you've got your job back. And you have my word that you'll gradually be able to make all the improvements you think are necessary. There, that gives you everything.
You're nervous, Peter.
I'm not nervous.
You expect me to remain in charge while people are being poisoned?
In time, you can make your changes.
When? 5 years? 10 years? Your trouble is that you don't grasp, even now, that there are certain men that you can't buy.
I am quite capable of understanding that, Thomas. You just don't happen to be one of those men.
What do you mean by that now?
You know damned well what I mean by that. Morton Keel is what I mean by that.
Morton Keel?
Your father-in-law, Morton Keel.
I swear, Peter, one of us is out of his mind. What are you talking about?
Oh, don't try to charm me with that professional innocence of
What
yours.
are you talking about?
You don't know that your father-in-law has been going around all morning buying stock in Kirsten Springs?
Buying stock?
Buying stock, picking up every share he can lay his hands on.
Well, I don't understand, Peter. What does that have to do with me?
Oh, come now, come now, come now, come now.
I hate you when you do that. Don't just stand around gabbling, come now, come now. What the hell are you talking about?
All right. If you want to play dense, a man wages a relentless campaign to destroy confidence in a corporation. He even calls a mass meeting against it. The very next morning, when people are still in a state of shock about it, his father-in-law goes around town picking up shares at half their value.
God.
And you have the nerve to speak to me about principles.
You actually think
I don't care about psychology. I believe what I see. And what I see is a man doing a dirty, filthy job for Morton Keel. And by tonight, I'm going to see to it that every man in this town knows the same thing.
Peter!
Now, get over there and write me that statement denying everything.
Peter! You're a low creature.
All right, then. Let me set you straight. if you're thinking of mounting another attack from out of town, know this. The morning it is published, I will issue a subpoena and begin a prosecution for conspiracy. I've been trying my whole life to make you respectable. Now, if you want to make the big leap, there's not going to be anybody there to hold you back. Now, do we understand each other?
Oh, we do, Peter. Get the girl. What the hell's her name? Wash the walls, scrub the floors. A pestilence has been here. Ha! Morton. Now what have you done? What's the matter with you? Do you realize what this makes me look like? Is that them?
This is them, yes. Kirsten Spring shares. Quite easy to come by this morning.
Don't play with me, Morton. What are you up to?
What are you so nervous about? Can a man buy a few shares without...
I want an explanation, Morton.
They really hated you last night, Thomas.
You don't have to tell me that.
But they believed you. They wanted to murder you, but they believed you. The way they say it, the pollution is coming down the river from Windmill Valley.
That's exactly where it's coming from.
Yes, and that's exactly where my tannery is.
Well, I never made it a secret, Morton, that the pollution was tannery waste.
I'm not blaming you. It was my fault. I didn't take you seriously, but it's quite serious now, isn't it? Thomas, I got that tannery from my father, and he got it from his father, and his father got it from my great-grandfather. I do not intend to allow my family's name to stand for 3 generations of murdering angels who poisoned this town.
I've waited a long time for this talk, Morton, but I don't think you can stop that from happening.
No. But you can.
I?
Yes, you see, I bought these shares because...
You've thrown your money away, Morton. The Springs are doomed.
I never throw my money away, Thomas. These shares were bought with your money.
My money?
Well, yes. You may have suspected that I was going to leave a little something to Catherine and the boys.
Well,
this morning I decided
assumed
to invest that money in some stock, Thomas.
You bought that junk with Catherine's money?
People call me Badger. That's an animal that roots things out. It's also some kind of pig, I understand. Thomas, I have lived a clean man, and I am going to die clean, and you are going to clean my name for me.
Morton.
Now I want to see if you really do belong in a straitjacket.
How dare you do such a thing? What's the matter with you?
Don't get excited. It's very simple. You should simply run another investigation of the water.
I don't need another investigation.
Well, if you just think about it, you should change your conclusion about the water.
The water is poison. It's poison.
If you go on insisting the water is poison with thieves in your house, then there's only one explanation. You are crazy.
You're right. I'm mad. I'm insane.
Well, you must be. You're stripping the skin off your family's back. Only a madman would do something like that.
Morton, I'm a penniless man. Why didn't you tell me before you bought this junk?
Because I knew you'd understand better if I told you afterwards, and goddamn it, I think you understand now, don't you? Millions of tons of water come down that river. How do you know on the particular day that you took your samples that there wasn't something unusual in the water?
I took too many
samples. How do you know all those little animals didn't clump up in the one area that you souped out for your tests? How do you know the rest of the water wasn't pure?
It's not probable. People were getting sick last summer.
They were sick when they came here. That's why they came.
But not with skin diseases and gastric disturbances.
What? The only time that people get bellyaches is here? There are no carbuncles in Norway? Maybe it was the water. Did you ever even think of, or maybe it was the food. Did you ever even think of the food?
I had never tested the food.
Then what the hell made you so sure it's the water?
Because I tested the water!
Thomas! We're all alone here. Admit it. You have some doubts.
Look, nothing is 100% in this world.
You have a right to have doubts. You have a scientific right. I mean, maybe you can use a disinfectant. I'll bet you never even thought of a disinfectant.
Not for a mass of water like that. It's not.
Anything can be killed. That's science. Thomas, I never liked your brother. You have a perfect right to hate him.
I didn't do this because I hate my brother.
Part of it, admit it. You said yourself that it may not be the water. You said that maybe even a disinfectant might take care of it. But yet you went after your brother as the only way to cure this thing was to blow up the entire institute. There's hatred in that boy, and don't you forget it. Now these can be yours. But be sure, tear the hatred out of your heart. Stand naked in front of yourself. Are you sure?
Morton, what right do you have to gamble my family's future on the strength of my convictions?
Then your convictions aren't all that strong.
I'm ready to hang for my convictions, but no man has the right to make martyrs of others. My family is innocent. Sell back those shares. Give her what belongs to her. I'm a penniless man.
Nobody is going to say Morton Keel ruined this town. You retract your convictions or these go to charity.
Everything?
Well, there'll be a little something for Catherine, but not much. I want my good name. It's exceedingly important to me.
And charity?
Well, charity will do it or you will do it. Thomas, it is a terrible thing to ruin a town.
Morton, when I look at you, I swear to God I see the devil.
Now!
Don't get excited, please.
Too many intellectuals here.
Doctor, can we have
I
5
have
minutes?
nothing to say to you.
I want my answer right away, do you hear? I'm waiting.
Make it quick. What do you want?
Doctor, we don't expect you to forgive our attitude at the meeting, but...
Your attitude was prone, prostrated, prostituted.
That's fine. Call it whatever you like.
Look, I've got a lot on my mind. Get to the point. What do you want?
Doctor, you should have told us what was in back of it all. You could have had the messenger behind you all the way.
You'd have had public opinion by now. Why didn't you tell us?
Look, I'm very tired. Let's not beat around the bush.
He's been all over town buying up stock in the Springs. It's no secret anymore.
Well, what about it?
You really don't want me to spell it out for you,
I
do you?
certainly wish you would. I don't have time for that.
All right, let's lay it on the table. Ms. Laxon, do you want to?
No, go ahead.
Doctor, in the beginning, we supported you. But we couldn't go on supporting you because, well, in simple language, we didn't have the money to withstand the drop in circulation. You're boycotted now? Well, the paper would have been boycotted too, if we'd stuck with you.
You can see that, Doctor.
Yes, but what do you want?
The People's Messenger will put on such a campaign that in 2 months you'll be hailed as a hero in this town.
We're ready to go.
We will prove that you had to buy up the stock because the management wouldn't make the required changes for public safety. In other words, you did it for simply scientific and public-spirited reasons. Now, what do you say, Doctor?
You want my money, is that it?
Well,
No,
now, Doctor.
don't walk around it. If we started to support you again, we'd have a loss in circulation for a while. So we'd like you, or Mr. Keel rather, to make up the deficit. Now, that's open and above board, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Do you?
Remember, Doctor, you need the paper. You need it desperately.
No. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. I'm not at all averse to having my name cleaned up, although for myself, it never was dirty. Still, I don't enjoy being hated, if you know what I mean.
Exactly.
Ms. Latson, were you
Just a
short of the
minute.
budget? Yeah.
There is one point. I hate to keep repeating the same thing. The water is poison.
Now, Doctor,
Just a minute. The mayor said he's going to issue a tax on everyone during the reconstruction. I assume you're ready to support that tax at the same time you're supporting me?
That tax would be extremely unpopular.
with you back in charge of the baths as medical officer, we have absolutely no fear that anything can go wrong.
In other words, you will clean up my name if, as long as I take charge of the corruption.
We can't attack everything at once. A new tax, there'd be an uproar.
It would ruin the paper.
Then you don't intend to do anything about the water?
We have no fear that anyone will get sick.
In other words, gentlemen, you're looking for someone to blackmail into paying your printing bill.
We're just trying to clear your name, Dr. Stockman. And if you refuse to cooperate, if that's going to be your attitude,
Yes, go on. What will you do?
I think we better go.
What will you do? I want you to tell me. Me, the man 2 minutes ago you were going to make into a hero. What will you do now that I won't pay you?
Doctor, the public is almost hysterical.
I want you to tell me. What are you going to do?
The mayor will prosecute you for conspiracy to corrupt a corporation. And without a paper backing you up, you're going to go to prison.
And you're going to support him, aren't you? I want this from your mouth, Hofstede. This little victory you will not deny me. Tell the hero, Hofstede. You're going to continue to crucify the hero, are you not? Say it to me. You will not leave here until I get this from your mouth.
You're a madman. You're insane with egotism. And don't explain it away on humanitarian slogans, because any man that would drag his family through a lifetime of disgrace has a demon in his heart. Do you hear me? A demon who cares more about the purity of a public bath than the lives of his wife and children. Dr. Stockman, you deserve everything you're gonna get.
Mother! Doctor, please consider. It won't take much money, and in 2 months' time, your whole life will change.
Mother! Mother!
My God, what's the matter?
What happened here?
Something's happened. Look at you.
I'm all right.
Oh, God.
What happened? Why aren't you in school?
The teacher said we'd better stay home for the rest of the week.
The boys hit him?
Well, one of them started calling you names, so he got sore and started a fight with one kid, and then a whole bunch of them jumped on him.
Why did you answer? Oh.
They
Morton.
called him a traitor. My father's no traitor.
You didn't have to answer, Morton.
You should have known they'd all jump on you. They could have killed you.
I don't care.
Morton.
I'll kill them. I'll take a rock and the next time I see one of them, I'll kill him.
Morton.
They called you a traitor. Enemy.
It's all right. There. Here, wash your face. Good day, gentlemen.
Doctor, let us know what you decide, and then we'll...
I have decided. I am an enemy of the people.
Tom, what are you saying?
To such people who teach their own children to think with their fists, to them I am an enemy. My boy, my boys, my family. I think you can count us all enemies.
Doctor, you could have everything you want.
Except the truth. I could have everything but that. The water is poisoned.
But you would be in charge.
But the children are poisoned. The people are poisoned. If the only way I can be a friend of the people is to take charge of that corruption, then I am an enemy. The water is poisoned. That's the beginning of it, and that's the end of it. Now get out of here.
Do you know where you're going to
I
end
said
up?
get out
What
of
are you
here.
doing?
They want me to buy the paper, the public, the pollution of the springs, buy the whole pollution of this town. They'll make a hero out of me for that. But I am not a hero. I am an enemy. And you are first going to find out what kind of an enemy I am. I will sharpen my pen like a dagger. You, all you friends of the people, are going to bleed before I'm done. Go. Tell them to sign the petitions. Warn them not to call me when they're sick. Beat up our children. And never let her in the school again, or she will destroy the immaculate purity of the vacuum there. See to the barricades. The truth is coming. Ring the bells. Sound the alarm. The truth is on its way. And soon it will be prowling like a lion in the streets.
Doctor, you're out of your mind!
Get out of here.
Say that to him.
Out of here. I've had all the ambassadors of hell today. But not anymore. Now listen, Catherine, children, listen. We are besieged. They will call for blood. They will whip the people like oxen. Stay away from there.
The captain knows where we can get a ship.
No ship.
We're staying.
But they can't go back to school. I won't let them out of the house.
We're staying.
Good.
We must be careful now. We must live through this. Boys, no more school. I'm going to teach you, and Petra will. Do you know any kids, street louts and hooky players?
Oh, sure.
We'll want about 12 of them to start. But I want them good and ignorant, completely uncivilized. Can we use your house, Captain?
Sure, I'm never there.
Fine. Then, Petra, we'll begin. And we'll turn out not taxpayers and newspaper subscribers, but free and independent people, hungry for the truth. Oh, I forgot. Go run to Grandpa and tell him as follows. No.
What do you mean?
What I mean, my dear, is that we're alone now, and it will be a long night before there's a day.
Half the town is turned out.
What's going to happen, Tom? What's going to happen?
I don't know. Now remember, everybody, you're fighting for the truth, and that's why you're alone. But that makes you strong. We are the strongest people in the world, and the strong must learn to be lonely.
Father.
Enemy! 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 Enemy!